Hey everybody, welcome back to some more Mechabellum. I'm DisturbingPuppet, so we're going to continue making runs here against the AI, seeing how things go, and trying to figure out how all the different units work. Definitely kind of a cool game. I'm definitely enjoying playing it. There is some lightning and thunder going on today. It's been really hot, so now we've got that going on. Hopefully I don't get electrocuted while I'm recording by lightning striking my building or anything, but you never know. Alright, so we went on Insane. Once again, I didn't switch the map, but I think I switched it the last time I played, so it might still be on that other one. I'm not sure. We'll take a look. We'll see what we can do as far as different kinds of units, different kinds of strategies, tactics, that kind of stuff. It's going to depend a bit on which character class we get, so we'll have the option at the beginning, like what we want to pick. That will definitely affect how we play this out. I think it's the same map. It must just be the default. All right, a speed specialist, done that before. That was kind of interesting. Supply, extra supplies per round. Quick supply, 200 on the first round. Heavy armor, increase HP of all units by 17%. I think I might have done this before. I don't know if it was in something I recorded though. I do like that. I feel like this is fairly weak. 200 in the first round. I haven't tried it, so it does give you a bit of an increase. You can still only field a couple units. And there's nobody who's going to have XP to level up. So that's a bit of an issue. I feel like the HP is the best one to go with. I'm just going to do Heavy Armor Specialist. We'll take that. We start with Arc Lights, which are good against units and kind of especially clustered together. So these guys here. And then we've also got some Phoenixes, which are just generally really good at killing individual targets. Don't really do it much, but yes, you can come down here. I think there's a way to, yeah, you'll have to use the middle mouse to move around, and we can kind of see what things look like. It's very odd the way the camera rotates if you come down like this zoomed in. Yeah, all right, now my camera's all screwed up. Let's try to get it back in some kind of shape. Where even are we? All right, there we are. Okay, so yeah, things do look really cool zoomed in, and that's one of the really only criticisms I have of this game is that zoomed out to see stuff, you don't really see a lot of the really cool action that's going on. Whereas probably you want to be like here. It'd be kind of nice if there was like some action cam replays or something like that. Might be kind of a nice thing, but yeah, anyway. All right, what do we want to do? I think what we want to do here initially, we've got some single target. We want some swarm or anti-swarm. We do have some anti-swarm in the arc lights. We could just take a couple more arc lights and then have a ton of anti-swarm. And then we've got swarm and single target. That's definitely a good idea. The other thing I could do is take some swarming of my own. I think I'm going to try going like a bunch of arc lights, although without upgrades, these guys can't target aerial targets, but we can be upgraded to hit stuff in the air. One of these. Oh, I would have sworn they were. Player perspective. What does that even do? Oh, well, that's kind of cool. Okay, moving the mouse around is really goofy, though. How do I get out of this? Right mouse button. Okay. Interesting. Sure, I guess. Like, it'd be kind of cool if you could replay like what happened in the last from a particular perspective. So if I go player perspective. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it'd be kind of neat if you could look back at like what happened in a round and kind of rewatch from a perspective like that. All right. Well, we've got some anti-swarm. I wonder if something reset my tech points or something. That's why it's not here. I would have sworn these guys had an upgrade that let them hit aerial targets. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe it wasn't the arc lights. Maybe it was a different unit that I'm thinking of. But yeah, I would have sworn these guys had that. All right. Anyway. Enemy swarms balls. One upgraded marksman probably. So I'm going to set up just a line of arc lights. Sort of offset a little bit to kind of cover mostly the front, but they can kind of hit stuff on the flank as well. They do have that one sniper, so I do want one back. We'll maybe put another one over here eventually. And then we've got you guys as single targets. And I'm going to put you guys... They should have pretty good range. We're going to head out on the flanks a little bit. Kind of the idea. So it's going to depend a bit on where the enemy deploys, but we'll hopefully do a decent job here. Let's hit it and see. Okay, couple marksmen. Basic one, level 1. I just saw a big flash outside. Kind of creepy. Yeah, a lot of these swarms causing me some trouble. Alright, the balls are actually wrecking up my arc lights pretty badly. On the left, yeah, the marksman pulled through. Alright. Well, that's disappointing. I need some counter swarm or something to deal with the marksman, but we can definitely get something. Okay, improved fortress. I don't like... Well, it's all buffs, but increase the equipment cost by 100. That's a pretty big increase. Upgraded units equipped with this item no longer consume supplies? Huh. Okay. That's kind of cool. Yeah, let's take that. We'll save that for like a big unit or something. Okay, so we kind of need swarm or counter swarm. I am going to take another arc light, but I could use some marksmen of my own. Something to deal with the vehicles here is definitely a bit of an issue, or keep them occupied. Everything costs at least 100. Could get some marksmen of my own. 250, we could get a rhino. We could also get some aerial units. Maybe it's the marksmen I'm thinking of that have the upgrade that can hit flyers. Range, quick reload. Yeah, it's not showing up there either. Weird. Maybe something did reset the tech points or something. Yeah, Rhino is tempting. We could send a Rhino, just kind of charge in on the enemy. We could get some cheap swarm flyers, which the enemy really can't do much about except with the marksman. So that would slow them down a lot. How about we do that? So we'll take a big swarm O fighters. And we're going to deploy you guys out here on the flank to try to deal with those, because they can't fight back against my flyers. So check the flank. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Okay, so he's got toxic little buggers. Arc lights are doing a good job stopping them. These guys are doing a good job keeping the marksman busy so that more of my forces can survive. This marksman is causing me a lot of trouble. Actually got a couple marksmen on the flank there. My guys are really not designed to take out the marksman. So if we take out this tower, we can maybe get one of the marksmen. I still have the one flyer left alive. Okay, looks like we're going to go for the other tower instead of dealing with him. I think we'll win this as long as he doesn't tag my flyer first. As long as he goes for the arc lights first, I think we'll be okay. We're being very slow because we're being affected. Alright, so much for my flyer. Yeah, we're probably going to die here. 2 arc lights or 1 marksman. Yeah, they're just doggedly focused on destroying the tower rather than fighting anything that's shooting at them. So, yeah, I blame the pilots there for that one, but not much of an impact on me overall. I think we can salvage this. I don't necessarily like the one-off things for the cost. Increase the movement speed of all units by 3. Yeah, we could do that. Sure. I could go for some counter-sniping myself. We could also just get more flyers. I feel like flyers might be the answer. The flyers helped a lot on the right flank. So let's add some more swarms. Just to keep the snipers busy here. I feel like this isn't going as well as I would have hoped. I could get one marksman. We can only deploy one more unit here, though. Marksman is tempting. No, that's not what I wanted. Go for them. Let's go ahead. We'll take more flyers even, so we'll go for some more phoenixes. And we'll give additional backup on this side to try to protect a little bit. With the 100 here, I'm going to go ahead and give all my units some extra HP. We'll look at upgrades and stuff maybe in the next round. So quickly check the flank. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay. Snipers are going for the flyers right away. I'm hoping we can take it this time. Did reinforce that left flank. Enemy actually has flyers here, though. That's a lot more than I expected on that left. Alright, well, we're screwed. Those two guys, yeah, we're going to lose this as well. The AI is doing a pretty decent job here. I feel like those guys are getting killed too fast. If we can upgrade my heavy flyers, I think I'll be able to maybe survive a little longer, take some hits. So I'll take a look and see about that. Decrease cooldown, I'm just gonna take the extra cash here. Let's take a look at you guys. So what can we do? We can give you guys shields. That's definitely a good idea. Having increased range also is quite good. I'm gonna give all of these guys shields. I feel like that's just generally a good idea. I do have a bunch of guys I can level up. I need something to sort of run interference for me, so maybe we go for something big here. Or something a bit bulkier, like the sledgehammer tanks. Honestly, a rhino is quite tempting. Get me 250, leave me 400 for upgrades. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and grab a rhino. Maybe even two. And yeah, I like the whirlwind on them. Just something to kind of keep the ground forces busy and distracted. I might even want to throw it into a flank. You know what? Let's sort of cause a bit of a distraction. So we could get shields. It's 300 though. That's quite expensive. How about we just add additional swarming flyers? Just to cause some issues. Then do a little upgrading. Let's go with the attack improvement as well. It's only at 10%. It's not a huge deal, but I think it'll be helpful. So this upgrading no longer requires supplies. We might want to get something big next round and throw that in it, because we want to get as much experience out of as possible. Or, I mean, if we get a decent amount on the rhino, we maybe could throw it in the rhino. We'll see how that flank works for us. So I just want to see... Yeah, the enemy's not going for my flank. My rhino there just acts as a distraction. I'm not sure what That is some kind of force field. I have no idea what that ability is, actually. It might be something on the balls. But Big Swarm is getting through, and my flyers are just getting wrecked. On the right flank, we just got absolutely destroyed. Yeah, this is going probably the worst of any of the runs I've ever done. Alright. Well, we got some extra points now. What can we do? Double attack power. Let's do that. So we want something big here. I think is going to be kind of what we want to go with. Splash damage might be a good choice. We kind of want long-range hits, though. We could give additional range to my flyers, though. That could sort of solve a bit of the problem. That is incredibly expensive, though. Alright, we want something big. Maybe even two something's big. What is... I wonder if that was the damage sharing on the balls? I don't think so. What else could that ability have been? That was like a force field or something. It looked kind of like they had like a weird force field, but I don't know what that is. Huh. Okay, well. High damage artillery. The Vulcan is quite good. Killing light units, but we kind of need some range. Range is really melting points. We could potentially do multiple. I'm worried about the marksman just going to shoot anything out of the sky that I throw over here. We do have some nice distractions. I'd like to be able to see like HP and stuff. Would be kind of a nice thing as well. When I'm kind of deciding what I want to grab, what units I want to take. Okay. There are a decent number. Well, there's some flyers over here. Get me a fortress. The fortress can have double attack. You're going to come over here as a nice distraction. Then, I mean, I'd like to get force fields on these guys. It's really expensive, though. I feel like we need more units to bulk up the front line everywhere, pretty much. I do have enough. We could throw another Rhino, put another Rhino on that flank, just as a way to sort of mess with my opponents a little bit. I don't know. Like, this one didn't really do much. What is that ability? Like, I feel like it's... can I actually see? Okay, we can. Acidic Explosion and Replicate. Okay. Maybe that's what the effect was. Quick Reload and Electromagnetic Shot. Okay, yeah, it might be the Replicate. They're just making more and more of them. And this does give him some health for damage being done. Okay, it's 250 for the Whirlwind, which I do really like. Not sure. Like, I feel like that's kind of a doomed front. Hopefully this will help. I did have pretty good success last time I played with Rhinos, so let's use Rhino as another distraction here, like right on top of these units. But the swarmers there are going to cause a lot of trouble. And then we just level up a few things. I guess that's probably it. I don't think we have enough to actually... Well, we've got enough for jump drives. Huh. So that would let me move these guys around different places. It's actually pretty cheap. We could give extra health to all of my arc lights. That's actually not bad. Let's do that. I've got a decent number of them, so it's a pretty good buff across the board. Not quite as good as leveling up a unit. All right, we're going to zoom out here. Okay, we do have big stuff on the flank. That's definitely a problem. So this left flank is just a mess. Hopefully we can drop this guy really quick, or we're going to split our shots a little bit. Yeah, it's these guys getting health back from killing stuff. That's causing a lot of trouble for me. And then these guys can't even attack me, so my flyers here do some damage, but they're mostly going to attack these little swarmers. The marksmen are just going to wipe me out, though. They are sitting in toxic waste, though, so they're taking some damage from that, which is kind of funny. I wish you could have them prioritize, like, shoot back at whoever's shooting at you. It makes the most sense, rather than just shooting at whatever. But yeah, not a great result for me again. Okay, well, a barrier might be nice. Yeah, give me the barrier. No, I'm kind of going after these guys now. And I didn't really see anything here. Like, that didn't seem to help at all, having those guys on that flank. We kind of need to do something, though, for sure. So it's time for big units, I think. Let's grab another fortress. This one I'm going to put right here, and we're going to throw the barrier on it. Then tempted to just unlock my favorite unit, which is the melting point, but it's a lot of points to do that right now. We're also not doing super well at the moment. What can I do with upgrades here? Produce 12 fangs every 28 seconds. The anti-air barrage might be somewhat helpful. Increased attack range. They already have a barrier anyway, so we could actually do like extra barriers. Let's do that. So they have, this guy will have double barriers then. And with a barrier, I can grab one more of these guys. I feel like that could definitely help kind of solidify or add some additional power. Just because we can sort of protect a unit from getting trashed so easily. So we'll sort of hold back a little bit this time and see how it goes. Okay, he's adding 2 melting points on this left flank. That's bad, but we do have the force fields. So we got one down really quick somehow. So now we've got this huge problem to deal with. Apparently my flyers aren't protected by the shields, which is too bad. Shields are down, so now this flank's just going to collapse. Yeah, these guys healing from the damage they do is really, really bad. We are still alive on this right flank, though. Come on, kill the stupid snipers. Kill the snipers. At least they're splitting up a little bit. Okay, that's going to help a little bit, slowing down the enemies. He still has one of these big units. That's going to be trouble. He can't even attack my flyer, so that's nice, but he might just kill my big guy here in a sec. Okay, decent timing on taking out the other tower. There's still a big swarm there, but they're going through their own toxic crap. Yeah, it's too bad all these little swarmers, because we're just going to be doing that while this guy eats us, so we're going to die again. Disappointing. Very disappointing. I feel like it's possible to turn it around, but it's not going to be easy. Okay. Summons a battleship. No, I'm just going to take the money, and we'll try to do what we can. What is this? Photon emission. Now maybe this is what we saw in a barrier, so we can see he's got that stuff. Okay. I'm tempted just to throw this in something. We could also go for melting points. I think having my own melting points might be a good idea. This guy leveling up would also be generally a good idea. That massively increases my health. So I could just do like a whole bunch of upgrades and just see how that goes, but we're at the point where it's really dangerous for me to do something that's not going to be like a guaranteed victory. I am in a lot of trouble, actually, at the moment. Okay, you guys, you have the shield. Let's upgrade my snipers. Basically. I mean, they're flying snipers. What else? My rhino guy's in the back just not doing anything. Is there anything else I can do that's really going to turn anything around? Potentially electromagnetic shot might help a bit on the swarms and stuff. Potentially the shield might make a difference. Having extra range would definitely be nice. It's really pricey. Ridiculously pricey. Wonder if that's worth it. Probably not quite yet. It's close though. So what I could do, couple options. We could throw a couple rhinos down here just to cause havoc close up right away. I could add additional rhinos on a flank. We could just add more fortresses, or we could do a bunch of upgrades. So there's a variety of things we can do. I think we want another fortress. This one we're going to put down here. Then I'm worried what the enemy's going to do. Not what I want. I want the units. Just some general upgrades. I mean, those are pretty cheap, actually. At only 50 to get essentially double health. These roller balls are definitely a bit of a problem. I haven't seen them with this healing ability before, so that definitely is a bit of a concern. The 300 points. Do we take more long-range fighters? Can I take anything interesting for 300? Not seeing anything. What about you guys? So we can get the shield. Increased attack against ground units. The shield might be helpful. I don't think it's going to turn the tide or anything, though. $300. I mean, instead of that, it's really just grab a rhino to throw down here to help out. That's kind of the other option. And then just kind of hold on to the cash. Because there's nothing else I can really do that's going to matter much. Sticky oil bomb. I mean, we could also try using some other things like the sentry missile or the shields, but I kind of view that as sort of a waste in a way. All right, I'm going to go ahead and grab a rhino. And I'm going to throw you. I want you going after him. Inside the shield and then going right for this immediately as a bit of a distraction. Then I don't think there's anything I can do with 100 points. If I don't spend it, I should get it back, I think. And we can give my buildings extra health, but that's sort of a waste. This is just a one round bonus. What else could we do? Yeah, I'm just going to hold on to the cash. I think we can survive this even if we don't win. I think we'll wreck so much that it should be okay. Let's see how it goes. Okay, the shield is causing some trouble down here for sure. Yeah, the melting points are really nasty. We're just redirecting our fire constantly instead of wiping out a group. We're kind of moving on to something else. Yeah, the swarm is killing off my big guy there, along with the melting point. There's just too much swarm for me to deal with. Like I said, I thought there was a way to have the arc lights attack flyers, but I don't see that as an upgrade option. I do have like one guy left here. Am I going to die here? I don't think... Not quite. Yeah, that 400 really hurt. Okay, things are going bad. Attack and HP increased. Sure, we'll take that. Oh, look, we have units coming in on the flank. What fun. Okay. Burners. That's interesting. Interesting choice for that location. Seems kind of odd. All right. I feel like I should probably just go ahead and get my own melting points up. It does cost a lot. Throw you in there. Mr. Melting Point, I'm going to give you increased attack and HP. It's 400, so potentially I've got 600 to blow if I really want to. Let's heal from damage. We're going to start inside the shield as well, so that should help a bit. I don't know if I can take two of these guys, but we're going to try to sort of stall them out there. So that gives me 300 points for other leveling and units and stuff. Again, we could go for shields on my swarming units to kind of help out. It's 200 to level you up. That's a lot. You guys are only 100. Alright, you know what? Times are desperate. I'm going to give it a try. Let's give the energy shield to my little crappy flyer guys up front. Just to sort of help them survive a little bit. I am definitely concerned, and we haven't even thrown this in anything. We've just had other stuff I could put on stuff anyway. I could throw it in a rhino just to upgrade it, but I feel like that's kind of a waste. I'd like to maybe put it in this if it survives and we actually win this round. I don't think you can take them out once you've put them in. But it would be a bit better of a distraction, maybe. I guess I'll do that, and we can upgrade you for free. Just so there's some slight threat on that side, I guess. Alright. Things are basically the same here. We got a strike coming in, but I did have shields there. We're doing a lot better down here, looks like. Okay, we were. There must have been a swarm there. How are we doing over here? Much better on the right flank as well. Okay, so we're kind of holding inside the shield. Alright, shield's down. He's got a big flyer. That's going to be trouble to deal with. My little guys are actually surviving much better. We've turned this around. I think we've got it. Okay, got a win when I really, really, really needed it. Okay, mass-produced wasps, no. 50 supplies for giants kill. That will pay for itself. Let's do that for now. So we do have toxic sludge here. That's a bit of an issue. Okay. You leveled up. I would like to upgrade you. Have other leveling we could do. The big guys do have a way we could deal with flyers a little bit, because he does have some. It's a bit pricey. I don't think we need to, because I do have a decent number of flyers. So I don't think we need to spend points to do that. Could go extra range, that's really pricey. Extra range isn't bad. On you guys, extra range is tempting. What do I want to recruit? I should probably just look at that as a first. I think just adding more melting points, probably. Give me a couple more. And if I can have them start inside of a shield, that's what I will do. Or we can just kind of hang out over here on this flank. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll just wreck them up without trouble. All right, that gives me a decent amount of points to do some leveling. I'm going to prioritize my long-range flyers. I think there's some in here. Yeah, kind of hiding. You leveled up, so all the big guys are leveled. Still have 300, so yeah, let's just do like all the leveling I want. On anything that might actually help us a little bit. And I guess the arc light here. Okay, we do have toxic waste here that's going to cause some trouble. We should be much better off on this left side and the right flank, and that gives me some slower units that are further behind. These guys are long range and heal from damage that they do. I'm hoping that that's going to be enough. That should be good there on the left. The right, I'm kind of watching a bit more. We've got more flyers now. Just lighting the whole area on fire. Yeah, we totally took them out on the right, and we're kind of moving in. This actually went worse than I thought it would over here. This melting point is still wrecking me up pretty badly. We've got a good force on the right, but we're pretty weak on the left here. Actually, I thought for sure the left would be fine, but we actually got trashed on the left, and we're doing much better on the right. I've kind of got to win this to survive, which might be a bit of a problem. If my flyers go down here, I'm pretty much dead, because they've got to deal with the enemy flyer. Okay. We're hitting the swarms pretty good. Our tower just got taken out, which means we're going to be weak for a minute here. Come on, take that big guy out. Okay. Oh, there's still that one big guy and a big swarm here. The swarm's going to get me. I'm probably going to lose this because he's just going to snipe me. Yeah, while we're still focusing on the little guys down there. But I survive. Okay, this is going on the longest probably of anything I've done before. Vulcan range, mass-produced overlords. The orbital javelin might be worth taking here just to do some damage, because this is probably going to be make it or break it here at this point. So even with all this leveling up that I did, still things did not go very well. So I'm going to go ahead and look at... I don't know if we can hit the aerial target depending on how fast it's moving. Let's go about there and see how that goes. Okay, I do have a level here. I would like to do that. That's going to help a lot. Ton more health. Ton more health. We actually got trashed over on the left side. Really surprising. Did not expect that. So I feel like we need more units on the left flank. Give me a melting point. Fit you in right there. Then yeah, I think it's just dumping everything on the left that I can probably is what I want to do. I'm just going to go crazy with the melting points. They're just really, really good. And we're going to reinforce down here like crazy. Okay, the melting points. We could also do extra range. We could shoot multiple targets. Or did they change that? They took that away. That's weird. No, there it is. The 5 rays is just less damage. Yeah. What else can we do? I mean, there's leveling we can do. Guys, for sure. Level up. There isn't a ton, though, so I might as well just level everybody. Theoretically, every little bit helps. So with 750, I'd kind of like to stay long-range single target with these, but I could give them extra range. My flyers, I think, could also really benefit from the extra range. I'm going to do that. Now, for 250, can I afford to do anything? We could get the whirlwind. We could blow up when we die. Considering I've got two guys in the back who are just going to get toasted, that might not be a bad idea. Although I do have a rhino down here too. Little guys. Jump drive is okay. Nothing we can do there. Nothing I can do there. Nothing there. The arc lights, nothing I can do. Yeah, I mean, there's the extra speed and lets me redeploy the guys if I want to. Not awful, not great either. So I think I'm going... just sit on the money, I guess. It's a lot of money, though. Yeah, merely the rhinos are the only thing. Let's go ahead and just upgrade to the whirlwind. It's not going to make too much of a difference, but it helps against swarms a little bit. Okay. All right, nothing changed there. He's got more flyers back here. Don't know how effective that strike was in the back. A bunch of flamers. Okay, we got that taken care of. We got the right flank taken care of. He's going all in on those Vulcan flamers. He's kind of lighting an area on fire, which is trouble. Okay, I thought my guys were attacking each other there, but I think it was just shooting at the little guys. Yeah, it's this toxic waste they leave behind is causing me a lot of trouble. My flyers are carrying the day for me, it looks like. All right. Close. Yeah, this is just, it keeps going. All right. Repairs damage continuously with nanobots. Interesting. Lightning storm. Units hit by lightning take 2,000 damage and slow down 65% within 20 seconds. Interesting. I'm going to take the repair kit, actually. Okay. Okay, did you level up? No, that's too bad, because you can level up free. All right, we've got a bunch of flyers around, so I think what we want to do now is go ahead and get the anti-air barrage on these guys. So that's going to help deal with flyers. Then what? There's so much. It's such a mess. Yeah, these flyers back here, that'll help counteract them a little bit. Let's grab another fortress on this left side. And you... Can I fit you in here? Yes, so we'll do that. Got a heal. Let's put the heal on one of the melting points. Hopefully that'll keep these guys active and alive. Got a lot of leveling I could do. Attempted just to throw another one of the fortresses back here to kind of give these guys a shield. I think that's not the worst idea in the world. If I can actually get into a decent spot here to protect them. Yeah, I don't want you going forward. I want you kind of hanging back with these guys. We could just put them out front, I guess. Just to give these guys a little bit of a shield. Okay, so that's on a cooldown. Upgrades. Upgrades and leveling. Kind of, I'm really pushing the upgrades pretty drastically here. I feel like leveling, because it gives me so much more health and stuff. I think that's more useful. Especially with the big units, if they're going to level up, that's a pretty massive improvement. It's probably not going to leave me much to do anything else with. Okay, we're down to 200 points. I still have a few things I can level up. So you guys, it's 100. Sure, let's do that. You've got a couple arc lights I can level, or we could level this one guy. He's just a distraction anyway. He's just going to die, so let's just get a couple of the arc lights leveled. Okay, I'm really relying on leveling here to keep me alive and keep things going. I'm not sure if that's the right call, but that's what we're doing. I've got more flyers, so we should have a whole bunch of rockets getting shot out all over the place. Got a bunch of toxic crap here. That's not great. You can see it's kind of eating these units that are walking in this stuff. We did take them out pretty effectively. We still have a lot of big guys left. Right flank is holding as well. I think we should have this. Although this toxic crap is definitely causing trouble. The flyers will be okay. Moving in on the right tower. Right tower's down. Oh yeah, we just wrecked him in this one. And won! Okay, that's the closest victory I've ever had. 283. All the way down to 283 points there. So it was like, I lost. You can come back from it. I think, I just think the melting points are better than a lot of the other units. The force fields on the fortresses are nice and definitely helped. But just the melting points are just amazingly good. Having the rockets there helped us take out these flyers really quick so that they wouldn't do as much damage. The toxic crap on the ground was probably the most dangerous thing on that side. He did actually add another melting point on the right, and a flyer just wasn't enough to kind of deal with what I had. Yeah, kind of an interesting one. That was kind of a big mess. Definitely a very, very, very close victory. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, just kind of a nice little view of things. All right, that's it. We got it. I'm slightly surprised, but it did work out okay. So yeah, when you level up, you get the same amount. Basically, the first time you level up, you double your HP, and then after that, your next one increases it, and then increases it. I just want to check. I would have sworn that it was the arc lights. Yeah, I've unlocked it, but it wasn't available for me to pick. They do have anti-aircraft ammunition. It just wasn't there, and it is unlocked. So I don't know why. Maybe I have to swap it out here or something? Is that the case? Is that what's going on? All right, yep, that is the case. So they've got too many abilities. So some of them have too many abilities to fit. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a look at that. So I have to go through and see what I want to do. I've also got a couple points. Yeah, so they're all full up. If I take the launcher overload, then I have to swap it out for something else. Some of them I don't think work that way, but I'll have to double check. And here you can see the HP and stuff. I do wish when you were selecting units, you could actually see that as well. So when it shows you different colors depending on the level as well. All right, yeah, this has been more Mechabellum. I've been Disturbing Puppet, so thanks for coming on that very much of a squeaker kind of fight. So we'll see how things go, just kind of playing around with this more. I would like to see more units. There are a decent number of units in this game, but it would be nice to see more. It would just generally add more to the game, but I understand it would cause some balancing issues, I'm sure. And, maybe it would be difficult if there's just way too many units and all the different upgrades and stuff as well. But yeah, just a variety, an increased variety would be kind of cool. It's just going to be hard for them to balance it probably. I feel like otherwise everything's implemented really, really well. And it'd be nice to have like some specific scenarios or something too. But I mean, it's an auto battler. It's nice that the battles are really quick and go through really, fast, and you're just kind of moving on to the next. But yeah, thanks for coming by. Hopefully, I will see you next time. Until then, have a good one.